Alrighty, guys. So we are starting my live stream right now. Top 5 NXT title matches. So these top 5 are not like, just in general. Well, before we go on, I'm just gonna wait for a couple of you to enter the chat. I'll just be waiting here. Alrighty, we got 20 people watching. Again, this live stream will be me talking about my personal favorite top 5 favorite NXT title matches, and this is not just like in general NXT title, it's this specific version of the NXT Championship. So the current NXT title, I will be giving you guys my top 5 favorite NXT title matches. I know a lot of you disagree on like my top 5, but it's just based on the ones I've watched. I haven't watched too much of the newer ones. I mean, I've seen all of the recent ones. I've even seen this defended live in person. But some of the ones I haven't seen are like the Andrade matches against Gargano. I know I'm crazy for that. I just wasn't much of an NXT fan at that time, which was last year. But we're going to start off right now talking about my top 5 favorite matches. And some of these might be a little repetitive based on the guys that are in them. But to me, these are the strongest matches. One match that is not included in here is the most recent NXT title match against Johnny Gargano and the best 2 out of 3 falls stipulation match. I have not seen that match yet. I know it's crazy, and I know it happened like a while ago, like a couple weeks ago or whatever it was. But I have not had time to watch that match yet, so I am going to be watching that match. But these are my current top 5 favorite matches. So starting off with number 5. We have Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano at NXT TakeOver. I forget it's the second time they fought each other. I don't remember the NXT TakeOver number, but they did fight each other. It was Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano the second time they fought each other. Great match. That's when Adam Cole won his first ever NXT title, and he's been champ since. And, I mean, I liked that match a lot. It shocked me a lot. I didn't really think Johnny Gargano was going to lose his title that quick and then not win it back, but he did, which is a really short title reign. But I was just really happy to see Adam Cole win the NXT Championship, and that's why it's on my list. It was a great match, too, though, but it was awesome seeing Adam Cole getting to win his first ever NXT Championship. It's so weird on these live streams. Your guys' comments always, like, I don't know, they like fade away. It's so weird. But yeah, that is number 5. It's going to number 4. We had the NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano. I believe this was the last man standing match. And this had me at the tip of my toes because I really thought that Johnny Gargano was going to win this match. Because I believe he handcuffed Tommaso Ciampa. And Johnny Gargano was standing on a platform or something, and Johnny Gargano totally could have won, but he was stupid, and he went for a knee to end it, and then he moved out of the way, and then he hit the freaking box thing, and then counted to 10, and Ciampa was on his feet, so he won. But I liked that match a lot because it was freaking intense, it was freaking hardcore, and they just, whenever you put Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa in the ring together, or out of the ring, or just in NXT, or for the title in general, they're going to deliver, and they did in that match, and I enjoyed that match a lot, and that's why it's number 4. Before we move on to number 3, sorry for my hand. Oh, you saw a cat. Yeah, that is Jeff, a.k.a. Jeff Hardy. For some reason, Jeff always makes it in my WWE Fan Talk Show videos, and it's very clever and funny because he's named after a WWE wrestler, and he's typically the one in my videos. I don't mean for him to be in them. He just always ends up in the videos. So I have my list right here. But yeah. Do you have any questions? Have any favorite NXT title matches? Leave them in the comments. But I'm moving on to number 3 right now. I witnessed this match and person that is part of the reason why it's number 3. We have the Phoenix, Arizona NXT TakeOver. Tommaso Ciampa versus Aleister Black for the NXT title. I wasn't really looking forward to this match coming into it, but once I witnessed it in person and seeing freaking Aleister Black kick out of all of those finishers and vice versa, it was insane. It was a good match. I really didn't think Aleister Black was going to win this one because he just had lost the title, and it just didn't make any sense. But there was like a split second in that match where everybody in the arena was like actually believed that Aleister Black had a chance, and they really wanted him to win that title back just based on everybody around me. Maybe not on TV, I don't know, but in person, it was so much more different than watching it on TV. It was a great main event, solid main event, and then having Tommaso Ciampa just win with the third finisher, I think it was his third finisher, pinning Aleister Black, which is crazy because usually Aleister Black isn't pinned. So yeah, that was crazy. I really liked that. And a funny story, I was going to vlog the NXT TakeOver that I went to. I've only been to one NXT TakeOver, and that was Phoenix. I was going to go to it. It was the day before the Royal Rumble, just down the street from the Diamondbacks Stadium, which is where Royal Rumble took place. And me and my friends, my family friends and my family, were eating at TGI Fridays, and we're like, hey, NXT TakeOver is right there, and it starts in 45 minutes. Why don't we just buy some tickets? I'm like, okay, I've never been to NXT TakeOver. So we went to NXT TakeOver. I met a couple of you guys, and that was pretty cool. That's where I held the NXT North American Championship for the first time, which I will have to get that championship eventually. But there's other titles on my list that I have to get first. But anyways, moving on. We actually got pretty decent seats. I was on camera view, I guess. So, like, the camera's facing me. I was a little higher, though, just because we had just gotten the tickets. But the show was so entertaining that the Street Profits were on it. That's where an Undisputed Era lost their NXT tag titles. And then, what else? War Raiders won the titles. Johnny Gargano versus Ricochet, one of the greatest matches I've ever seen in person. But that NXT TakeOver is so good, and it just sealed the deal when it was Aleister Black versus Tommaso Ciampa. And that is why it is at number 3. Moving on to number 2. Excuse my cough. I have some allergies right now from my nose and all that, and my eyes and all that, so just excuse me coughing. Moving on to number 2. Sorry, I'm an idiot. But we have Tommaso Ciampa versus this Velveteen Dream, and I think this is a match that a lot of people look past. They look to other matches and they don't really think of this match. And to me, this is one of my all-time favorite NXT title matches. Just because it was a solid match, having 2 rings and just using both to the advantage. They didn't really wrestle in both rings. They wrestled on the right side one, but they went in between the rings. And I think there was a point in the match where Tommaso Ciampa DDT'd Velveteen Dream. And the match was just insane. I really did think that Velveteen Dream was going to win his NXT title, first ever NXT title. But he didn't, but it was a solid match. It showed the struggle of Tommaso Ciampa trying to get the better Velveteen Dream. And Velveteen Dream just kept going and going until finally he got pinned, I think, by a DDT or something like that. But it was a solid match, really good match. It just showed how great Velveteen Dream how good Velveteen Dream is in the ring, and that he can hang with the big guys, if that makes any sense. But of course now he's NXT North American Champion, and of course he's one of the best wrestlers in NXT right now. But I love that match too. That was War Games 2. I was going to go to War Games 2, but I decided to go to Survivor Series instead because the next day it was in the Staples Center, which is the same arena that War Games took place in. By the way, War Games 2, I really enjoyed that way more than the first NXT War Games. War Games 2 was good. Leave it in the comments, what do you think about that? Sorry, my wording's so messed up today. I had an appointment because I'm getting my wisdom teeth pulled out because this side of my mouth is all like poofy and stuff. So I'm like all stressed out from that because I'm going to get my wisdom teeth pulled. So just excuse my slurred language. But we're going to move on to number 1. But before we go to number 1, I want to see your guys' favorite NXT title match, your number 1 favorite NXT title match of all time. I'm going to go and get a drink real quick. Just leave it in the comments, and I will be coming back, and I will be reading your guys' favorites. So make sure to do that while I'm gone. Alrighty, I'm back in the office, the freaking title room. We have 21 people watching right now. Alright, again guys, number 1, we have Wrestling Inc. Studios with a Z. Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano, NXT TakeOver Toronto. That was good. I mean, I saw highlights of it, but I didn't watch the full thing, but I'm going to have to. Finn Balor versus Kevin Owens at Beast in the East. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. And by the way, guys, I'm going to have another NXT title match, top 5, for the older NXT title, which, by the way, that is the Belt of the Week video review. If you haven't checked it out, make sure to go check that out. One of the coolest belts I have. Versus Aleister Black. Who did you say? By the way, guys, this is what I drink. I don't drink soda anymore. I just drink the Salil. It's like the lower-priced version of LaCroix, which is like my favorite drink of all time. Seth Rollins versus Jinder Mahal. That was going to win. Tommaso Ciampa versus Aleister Black. Tommaso Ciampa versus Aleister Black. Seth Rollins versus Jinder Mahal. What else, guys? What do you guys got? We have 28 people watching. I want to get all 28 of your favorites before I announce my number 1. Written Gamer 2, what is your favorite, number 1 favorite NXT title match? For this specific championship, though. Smojo versus Finn Balor at Steel Cage match. That was a really good one. I liked that. But what is your favorite for this specific one? Aleister Black versus Andrade when Aleister won the belt. Or Aleister Black won. Yeah, that is one of my favorites, too. I really like that match. Give you a shout-out. Joe is cool. Joe is cool. Make sure to go subscribe. What's up, Reese? Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole NXT TakeOver New York. Yep, that was on my list. Hi, can you get the 24/7 championship or the women's tag team championship? It's possible. 100,000 subscribers is coming around. By the way, make sure to share this video with all of your friends. Make sure to tell them to subscribe because we're almost to 100,000 subscribers. That is a huge mark. That is a culmination of everything I've worked for. All of you guys. Like, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have been able to get all these championships, and I have one of the biggest championship collections. So thanks to you guys, you made it possible, and it's a culmination of all the hard work put into this channel, and I want to thank you guys. And that is why when I hit the 100,000 subscriber mark, I will be reviewing something you guys want to see. Put all your guesses all you want, but you guys might not guess it. I don't know. You're not going to predict it. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to be reviewing something. So if you guys want to see something reviewed, a mystery, once I hit 100,000 subscribers, we have 300 subscribers to go, and I will be doing one of my biggest unboxings of all time. It's an unboxing, FYI. Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole. That seems to be a lot of people's favorites out of you guys. Eco-friendly WWE title. That is a really cool championship. I've seen some pretty cool reviews on that one. Aleister Black versus Adam Cole street fight. That's not for the title, but it is one of the best NXT matches. Alright, I'm going to announce my number 1 right now. I'm going to stop keeping you guys waiting. Number 1. You guys might be disappointed. You guys might. I'm not disappointed. I love this match. We got. Can I get a drum roll, please? Please, 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 please. Drum roll. Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole for the vacant NXT Championship. I believe this match took place the night before WrestleMania. Gosh, I'm just like... my chest. Whew. Anyways, that is my all-time favorite NXT title match for this championship. This one right here. That's my all-time favorite one, guys. Like, I loved seeing Adam Cole win the championship. But it was much more satisfying seeing the babyface, Johnny Gargano. He was striving and clawing. Every single NXT title match he had been in, he had lost. He had been either screwed over or he lost. He even put his NXT career on the line in one of the matches, and he just scratched and clawed and scratched and clawed. He's just been the guy that had never gone. Even Tommaso Ciampa, his arch nemesis and former best friend, current best friend, won the championship before he did. And it was just so satisfying seeing Johnny Gargano making Adam Cole tap out and finally holding the NXT title in his hands, holding it up, and finally saying that Johnny Wrestling is NXT champion. And plus, he had that sick Iron Man gear that night, and it was just insane. By the way, I think it was the best 2 out of 3 falls match, and just, it was freaking insane, guys. Like, I was going like crazy in this match. Me and my mom were watching it in the living room. And I was just sitting on the couch, and like there was one moment where Adam Cole hit Johnny Gargano with a super kick or whatever. I think he gave him with the Canadian Destroyer, and then he hit the rope, and then I think he gave him his finisher. I forget the name, Wizard something. I forget the name of it. He gave him the finisher. I'm like, it's over. 1, 2, kick out. I was like, what? All this adrenaline rushed through my body, and I flew off my seat. I was like, no freaking way. No way. I went insane. My mom's like, what's your problem? And I'm like, he just kicked out of like 3 finishers. What the heck? And then finally he took out all of Undisputed Era, came back in the ring, got another finisher, kicked out again, eventually reversed it into his finisher. Adam Cole tapping out. Ding, 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 ding. New champion. It was insane. That is why it's my all-time favorite NXT title match. It was just such a good match. And I'm sorry I went a little crazy right there, but I was just reliving the moment. Women's Tag Team Championship. I love you. I love you too. Women's Tag Team Championship possibly in the future. Maybe. First ever NXT Championship match between Seth Rollins and Jinder Mahal. That one was a good one. Sorry about the low amount of videos this week. I only did 1 video other than this one. It's been, including this one, it's 2. This week, I have not been able to put any videos out. I've been busy with my college classes, and I tried filming stuff. I even tried filming a action figure hunt for you guys while I was out. And I went there, even though I filmed, there was nothing. And I didn't want to put a video out where I'm not getting anything, because that would be boring. I even went to Walmart today, and they didn't have jack squat. That's why I get my stuff at Ringside Collectibles, because they always have stuff stocked up, where you go to the stores and it's never stocked up. But yeah, I mean, that's why I always go to Ringside Collectibles. But sorry about that. I will try to be posting more next week. The only problem with next week is I will be getting my wisdom teeth out. Maybe I'll post something on that so you can see how crazy I am after my surgery. And then, yeah, hopefully I hit 100,000 subscribers next week. That'll be freaking insane. It'll be so satisfying. That is the mark I've been looking forward to the entire time. I mean, like, up to there, it's always been like, oh, I hit 30,000 subscribers. I remember when I hit 30,000 subscribers, how sad, heck, even when I hit 100 subscribers. Like, I remember I did this thing when I was going to review a championship. I was going to buy a championship if I had 100 subscribers, and I did. And that felt so long ago. 100 subscribers, and then I got to 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 75. Just, you know what I mean. But just to hit 100,000 subscribers is so satisfying. That's all I ever wanted for this channel, was to hit that mark, and it's going to. I'm going to get the plaque. I will be reviewing it for you guys. That's also going to be a huge thing. It's just going to be so satisfying. Like, everything after 100,000 is fine. Like, I don't care, like, what I hit after 100,000 subscribers. Maybe 1 million one day. But just as long as, like, we have the 100,000 mark. That's all I care about. You guys deserve it. We deserve it. WWE Fan Talk, so the entire channel, you guys, we all deserve it to get that 100,000 mark. And it's just going to be so satisfying. I can't wait. It's going to be one of the most exciting things. But yeah, NXT title. If you guys want, you can pick this up at WWE Shop. That's where I got mine. I believe there's a sale going on today. So if you have some money saved up or whatever, you've been saving it for a championship, or your mom or dad wants to buy you a championship, tell them today. I think it's like $100 off some of the championships. So if you want to, go to WWE Shop and pick yourself up a belt for a very, very, very low price. So you're not going to be able to find this sale like any other day. Like, typically, like, you can find like sales like maybe like 25% off your championship, but today there's like $100 off your title. I think like the eco-friendly title is like $299, which is pretty cheap, because usually it's, I think, $399. And same with these championships over there, like the Universal, the Spinner, the Undisputed, all of these. By the way, I'm not sponsored by WWE Shop, so I'm just throwing this out there just for you guys, not because I'm sponsored or anything like that. But yeah, I'm not sponsored, just so you guys know. What is your favorite championship from Parker Brown? Whew. My favorite championship in my collection, I'd have to say It's always different every time, but I'm going to have to go with the spinner again. I always say it. The spinner is my favorite championship. It just has the most memory to it. Like, when I was a kid and I watched WWE for the first time, spinner was the championship. And to me, like, I didn't really, like, before I knew a lot about WWE, I always just thought, oh, that's just what the WWE title looks like. That is the championship. And then as I did more research and I got older and I realized that there was a dozen other versions before that championship, and people complained about it and like, oh, why is it a spinner? I'm like, oh, it's regular to me. But then I realized that, and that's why it's so special to me, is because the spinner championship was so great. I mean, even when it didn't spin, it was still great. Just the look of the championship, it just looks like the WWE title. Whenever I think of the WWE title, it's that championship. It holds a special place in my heart, and I'm sure some of you older fellows, like if you're like 21 or 30 or whatever, or 40, I'm sure you can relate on other versions of the championship, like the Undisputed or the Winged Eagle, title that you grew up with, and that's the one I grew up with, and that's why I like it so much. And it's my favorite championship. As for the coolest one, I think the coolest one, I think the spinner's the coolest one, but if I did choose another, whoa, we got another YouTuber on here. We got Bread Alive up in the house right now. Huge shout out to Bread Alive. He's another fellow YouTuber. Make sure to go to Bread Alive and get him a huge subscribe. Wait, let's see what he said. Dude, what figures are you happy to get in the future? Whew. I don't know, man. There is so many like figures that I have on my wish list right now that are on pre-order on Ringside Collectibles. I'm so excited for I think it's Elite 71 Adam Cole. I'm really excited for the Elite 71 Adam Cole. That one looks good because it's coming with the North American Championship. I'm really excited for the Elite Jeff Hardy coming out with the pink and the interchangeable heads. That one's going to be really cool. What else? I can't think of anything else right now. I know there's like other ones out there that I'm really pumped for. I can't think of them right now though. But yeah, those are the two ones I'm really hyped up for right now. I think that I'm really excited to get another Drew McIntyre, but the head looks too high on the neck. Like, hopefully they shorten the neck a little bit or something so it sits a little lower. Because to me, I don't know if it's just me, the head sits a little high. And, yeah. Yeah, that's it. What championship would you like to get in the future? I'm going to list 3 or 4 different championships I would like to get in the future. I want to get the 24/7 championship. That'll be defended 24/7. The Eco-Friendly Championship. The $1 Million Championship. The Women's Tag Team titles. What else? Did I already say the Eco-Friendly? I don't even know. I want to get all versions of the Intercontinental title. I want to get all versions of the Winged Eagle. I want to get the Oval IC. But I need to get the Ghostbuster figures. Why, Mattel? I know, right? Why? That's going to be like, that's something I want. I don't know how these guys get all the figures from Mattel and stuff, and I need to hit up Mattel, but that would be great to get the Ghostbuster figures, because I know those are going to be hard to find in the store. But those look really cool. That's probably something I would keep mint on card just because like the packaging looks so cool. But then again, I would want to get them out, but I don't know. Why didn't they contact us, Bread Alive? I have no clue. Like I've seen other people like on Instagram and stuff I don't know. Maybe we have to contact them. I don't know. I don't know how to contact them, but that would be freaking sick to be part of that. The one specifically I'm looking forward to the most, I know a lot of people aren't, is the Undertaker. The translucent Undertaker, the see-through one that's purple. That looks freaking sick. I'm excited for that one. What do you think about the WWE releasing Zack Ryder? That's a lie. I don't believe that. Zack Ryder gone? No, he ain't gone. That would suck if he was gone. You guys lying? That is a lie. I do not believe that. There's no way they released Zack Ryder. That would freaking blow. You need the ECW World Championship. Yes, I do. I forgot about that one. Like, WWE Shop, like, totally, like, is screwing me over right now. Like, when I was building up my collection, I was getting every single championship so consistently. that, like, then I stopped for a while just because, like, I realized how many championships I had. And now they're releasing all the rare ones, like the Oval IC title that everybody wants, the ECW Championship, different version of the Intercontinental title, just all the new championships coming out. I'm just super jealous and, like, ugh. And the European Championship just came out, too, so 24/7 Championship, probably you guys never know. What do you think of the return of Undertaker on Tuesday? I think the whole point of the return of The Undertaker is so the Fiend can choke him out, pretty much. Mandible Claw. Guys, we have 5 minutes left on this live stream. I'm going to end it at 30 minutes because I've got other things to get to. I have to end this. And I know how my brother is. If he doesn't get his way with calling me, he's going to call me 1,000 times. Because that's just how he is, so. Anyways, I'm just going to end the live. Sorry about that. I will do another live stream, eventually doing another. He keeps calling. Thanks for watching, guys. WWE Fan Talk Show.